today. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the January 27th, the wonderful Wednesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, it's during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered there too. You can always go ahead and send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question, and in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on wonderful Wednesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. We're going to go to all the indices trading to the downside. The Dow's off 317 points. The S&P 52, the NASDAQ 101.67. The Russell's a strong indice, down 6 points out there. Semi's off 89. That's 3% to the downside. But we got a caller on the line, so we'll come back to all of this detail. And because we have call-ahead seating, let's go out to Brent in Martinez, California. Brent, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you doing today on this wonderful Wednesday?
Oh, I'm doing great, Steve. Thank you for taking the call, and I hope you're doing well.
I am. Thank you very much. And it's Clovis Oncology. Nice move over the last 4 or 5 trading sessions, trading out at 885. Tell us what you're looking for here and how I can best help you.
Yeah, I think this stock has a ton of potential. I mean, it just happens to be heavily shorted. You know, we've seen what can happen with those. But
boy, we sure
way
have.
Beyond that, it has about, I think it's close to 40% short on this one. So almost every other share is short. Yeah. But the bigger thing for me is just they have an approved cancer drug. Initially, it was for ovarian cancer, and then they applied for an expansion of that to do prostate cancer. That was approved. Got a very healthy pipeline. The stock should really not be traded in the single digits, but I wanted you to take a look at it. I think we might be in bar 7 on the daily.
Yes. We are.
And just, of course, all the typical, different levels of, potential resistance to look at. And like you said, It has had nice volume the last, 3 days and seems to be picking up a little speed. And if you have time, there's one other one I like to look at in the same space, but totally different looking chart.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's take a look at Clovis Oncology. Here's what we know right now. From a profile standpoint, it's above the daily and above the weekly profile. So when that occurs, folks, what we do is we just look over at the monthly profiles to get a feel for where price is likely headed to. Now, this is longer term. We're taking a look at the monthly profile. And price right now is sitting right at the level in the monthly profile where both buyers and sellers are most comfortable. The center of that profile is 871. We're trading at 882. So it's really right in that range. Odds favor over time. Price is going to make its way up to the 1304 level. That's the top of the monthly profile. As Brent mentioned, today is going to be bar number 7 of a TD9 count. What we watch for are bars 8, bars 9, and the bar following 9 out there. Those can identify, doesn't always, but those can identify a top or bottom. In this case here, we're taking a look at a top. The likely price target before the TD9 pattern forms would be its TD9 breakdown level. And that next level is at $10.20. Now, if price gets up there and you get that TD9 count, it's an indication of a top and a retracement there. Sounds like maybe you've got a longer-term outlook on it. But 1020 would be the area that I would be watching, and I'd be like you have been doing. I'd be watching the bar count out there. I don't see anything else on the daily time frame to give us any kind of a signal. If I look at the weekly time frame, the beauty about this week is that it appears that price will close above 721. It's early in the week. It's midpoint in the week, but 721 was the TD9 breakdown level. So on an intermediate term time frame, the signal, and you'd have to see 2 closes in a row to truly get that signal, but still, we'll take the information we have right now, and it's suggesting change in trend. Change in trend, where the price move up to 1353. 1353 is its weekly TD9 breakdown level. The monthly time frame says, hey, before I get to the 1304 level, that was the top of the monthly profile, I've got resistance at 1064. So 1064 seems like you got 1064 on the monthly, Brent. That's the TD9 breakdown level. And you've got 1020 on the daily. So I would say that that is the range for the move to the upside. Now, look, price can continue to motor on through that. As you said, it has high short interest. We've seen what happens to stocks with high short interest, and so it can ignore the patterns. But irrespective of that, that's what it appears to be doing, is going for that range at 1020 to 1064 area. What additional information can I provide to you?
Oh, that's great. That's exactly what I was looking for. I was fortunate enough to get in this stock at the March lows, and my average is 375. So when I bought it, it was with the intention of, a longer term trade.
Yes.
The other one, if you don't mind,
Sure.
It's almost the opposite. I think it is potentially putting in, a low today, or at least a viable low today. That's Cardiff, CRDF Oncology, and so I believe it did an ABC pattern down. I think this is bar 8 of the count. At least at this point, is somewhat of a bullish candle. I just want to get your thoughts on that one, if you could.
Yeah, could you give me the symbol again, Brent?
Cardiff. So C as in cat, R as in race, D as in dog, F as in Frank.
Got it. Okay. CRDS. And so the question is...
F as in Frank.
Good. Okay. Because there is no CRDS. I've just proven that. So, okay. So let's get that populated here. CRDF, Cardiff Oncology. So today, well... Let's look at what it's doing profile-wise. We'll go back to back to our white background charts as well. So if we take a look at what price is doing today, it's trying to get back inside its bullish structured daily profile. The bottom of that profile is 1117. The center is 1212. So to know that this is more than a counter trend rally, and it doesn't have to be today's entire session, but to know that it's not a counter trend rally, you would want to see a close above 1212. Until that happens, we can't say. Price is below the weekly profiles. Price is above the monthly profiles. Let's look at my other charts, see what other signals we have, try to put this together for you. The daily time frame out here is showing, no, we did see an A to B equals C to the downside. I'm sorry that I overlooked that on my other background charts out there. But so that would be, so you were saying, looks like this might be forming a bottom. That would be your bottom signal. That would be your buy the D point bottom signal out there. Still at 1212, which is the center of that box where price needs to close above. And now we can see the oscillator and change line is at 1270. So if this is a bottom, price is going to need to overcome that level. And if it does overcome that level, that says we head to 15. Brent, do me a favor if you would. Stay on through this break here. We'll finish up taking a look at Cardiff Oncology, CRDF as in Frank, folks, if you want to take a look at it on your charts. Steve Rhodes with Brent. We'll be right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. We're on the line with Brent in Martinez, California. We're looking at Cardiff Oncology, which is giving us a bottoming signal today. Now, the bottoming signal today is the A to B equals CD pattern. The reason why it's giving us that signal today is because as we speak right now, 118, we have a bullish reversal candle. And we have the benefit of price getting back inside that daily profile. So, Brent, what I like to do when an instrument is coming back to support or it's forming a bottom on a larger time frame is look to the shorter term time frames to see what kind of signals those are generating, because if there's going to be a change in trend, those changes in trend need to take place on the shorter term time frames first. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let's go do that out here. Because the weekly and the monthly charts are not giving us any kind of a bottoming signal. So the daily time frame is what's going to have to control the action out here. So let's see what's going on in the short-term time frame. So let's first start with a 15-minute time frame. On a 15-minute time frame for Cardiff Oncology, I've got wave number 7 at the bottom. But more important than that, because it really wasn't so concerned as to whether or not this was generating a bottom signal, the question is, has it been able to take out TD9 count resistance levels, breakdown resistance levels? And the answer to the question is yes. We've seen 2 levels fall today, $10.85 and $11 out there. So that's a plus. We put that in the plus column. Let's go to the next time frame. That would be a 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame, we have a nice Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. Takes place at 10 o'clock this morning. That is with a bullish hammer candle, followed up with a bullish engulfing candle, followed up with a close above 1123. And 1123 was the TD9 breakdown level. Now, within the past half hour, Brent, we've seen the oscillator and change line change colors from red to green. We should see price and that line catch up to each other. So even though we've got one breakout, what you're really looking for is price and that line to test and then reject that level, meaning close back above it, because there's nothing more bullish than a rising price oscillator above zero, and that's what that signal would generate. But still, we have a plus check mark in the 30-minute time frame because price has taken out a level of resistance. Let's go to the 65-minute time frame. 65-minute, a nice Rhodes momentum indicator bottom, and price price right now is struggling with that resistance level of its TD9 breakdown area of 1150. So when you do see 1150 fall, or should you see 1150 fall, you can put another check mark there. First, it's a bottom, but the price has not taken out that resistance level. You want to see these things continue to fall one at a time. But with price getting up there on this time frame, we're seeing the oscillator and change line change colors on the 30. Folks, you don't need to rush into it right now. Wait for price to pull back to that oscillator and change line. That priced at $11 and a penny. It's not going to be exactly at that level should that test unfold, but near that area. If you take a look at the 2 hour plus 10 minutes, so the 130-minute time frame out here, we've got a nice Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. This doesn't give you a change in trend signal until $18. We won't worry about that right now. And then the 195-minute time frame has a confirmed Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. So all of the short-term time frames, Brent, are suggesting that your eyes were spot on. It is definitely attempting to form a bottom out there, and fire away.
Okay, I did have a couple of questions.
Yes.
Unfortunately, for some reason, the feed coming in to watch you on the computer is not happening, so I'm going to have to go look at it on the archive. But
okay.
The first question would be, do you have any opinion on the fact that if you look at the move of the A to B leg was more kind of sideways, and then you look at the C to D leg is kind of more straight down, does that bring any concern into your mind about there could potentially be more on that C to D leg, or it doesn't necessarily make any difference to you? What's your opinion on that?
No, so that's a great question. And so what Brent is looking at, and I'm just going to go to the full screen out here, and what we're going to do is just enlarge it a bit so that it's a little bit easier for folks to look at. And I apologize, I don't know why the charts aren't coming through out there. I'm sure the guys in the production room are trying to get that figured out. So the A point out here that we're using is going to be the December 1st high, and the B point that I'm using is going to be the low from December 9th. Oh, my goodness. Let's see if I can actually get this thing to work here. Okay, there we go. And then the C point is the retracement into December 18th. So Brent's question, an excellent question, is that the C to D leg is longer. Now, on the C to D leg, here's my theory behind this out here, and that is when the C to D leg forms, we never know whether it's going to be a 1-to-1, a 1-to-1.272, some kind of expansion of that. How do we know when the cavalry has arrived to suggest it's ready to attempt a bottom? Well, that first thing becomes that bullish reversal candle. So on that way down, today is the first time that we see that. So that's the first element. The second element, and your question is basically, look at the move down on that C to D leg. Does it give us pause because it's larger than the A to B? No. And it especially doesn't because what I believe is really important, gigantically important, is for even if people don't have this tool, what I want you to do when you draw the A to B leg and you move it over to CD is to keep that exact same angle, because the angle of that C to D leg, Brent, tells us a bunch too. If price was on the left side of that C to D leg, then it would be telling us about a super strong move and would offer us to maybe more pause, which is sort of what I heard in your question out here. But it's on the right side. It's on the weak side of the C to D leg to the downside. If we didn't have the market profiles out here, which we do, then that adds more question. But it's trying to get back into that bullish structured profile. So the first attempt would be a close today above 1117. That's good. When price is below a bullish structured profile, my experience is that if it's only a counter trend move, then where price will find resistance is either the bottom, 1117, or the center, which right now is at 1212, which was the reasons I was saying that, hey, you'd really like to see this close above 1212. Doesn't have to be today, but if you get that, that's telling us, hey, this is more than just a counter trend move. This is a buy the D point, and that price should make its way up at least to the oscillator and change line on the daily basis. Now, that oscillator and change line is at 1269. If price can clear that, then things are out of the woods, says you get back to 15, maybe 2078, maybe something beyond that. So does that answer your question with regard to the A to B equals CD and how I believe you should be interpreting it, keeping the same angle of the A to B along that C to D line, and if price is on the weak side and you get that bullish reversal signal, that should actually give you more conviction versus less conviction in the potential of the bottom. There's no guarantees out here, but it sure looks good to me.
Yeah, I always like when you have several, things come together, of course, of the different elements that we use, and trying to pick a bottom or a top or whatever point we're going to try to enter into a trade. This
Absolutely.
seems to have, numerous elements that have kind of combined to give you, I think, a better chance of it potentially working. Now, again, was it bar 8? Was I correct on that for the daily? This one we're having today? Or?
It is, and so
okay.
but today is bar 8, Brent. But the reality is, if this closes above 1137, and you're at 1144 right now, the TD9 count gets negated.
Okay.
So it may not form a TD9 count, and for me, I don't need it to form both bottoming patterns out here. Just needs to form one. It's nice if you have more than one, but not a requirement. So you've got to buy the D point pattern that is in play out here, and you don't have to worry so much about the TD9 count.
Okay, thank you so much, Steve. I appreciate you taking all that time to go over these.
My pleasure.
You just
My
have
pleasure.
a wonderful week and a day today, and I'll talk to you soon. You take care.
You bet. That was Brent in Martinez, California, folks. He just gave you a good trade. CRDF. We'll be right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We've got some requests that have come in on the hotline out here. That's the email line. Let's go to those. Doug writes in and says, this is Doug in Orlando. He's looking at Disney, wants to start a long position, but waiting for it to close the December gap out here. So he's referring to, I believe well, let's see, there's a couple gaps. So a November gap and a December gap. Yeah, you mentioned that too. So to fill that gap, price needs to get down to a level of about 157.46, a gap down today out here. Let's take a look at my other chart. Price is below the daily profile. Closed below yesterday and today. That says that price could make a run down to the 143.67, 137.70 level, 153.41. Those were the weekly. The first two were the weekly profiles. The last one was the top of the monthly profile. Let's pull over our white background chart, see if there's any other signals out here. So you're looking for an entry point into it. We don't have any kind of a bottoming pattern as we speak right now. We don't have there's an A to B equals CD to the downside, but no bullish reversal candle. Price may be pulling back, Doug, to 148.34. You're going to be in bar number 3 of a TD9 count, so you're not until late next week. Could this possibly form that pattern? But you could get an A to B equals CD to the downside that completes with a bullish reversal candle. So keep your eyes on the 148.34 level should Disney continue to pull back. Your question is, will price get down and fill the November gap? And I don't know the answer to that. The odds of that would be highly, greatly improved if price were to close below its daily breakout area of 148.34. So that 148.34 number, that's really what you want to keep your eyes on. The weekly time frame chart here for Disney shows us what? It shows us a TD9 count top. Price right now is below the oscillator and change line. That suggests pulling back to 155.59. If price were to close below that, 143 to 137 would be the numbers, but that's not what we're looking at the moment. The monthly time frame chart here for Disney, what do we have out here? We have, we got to get to the monthly tab first to find out. On the monthly tab, we do not have any kind of a topping signal, so we won't spend much time on that. We won't really need to go to the intraday charts because we don't have any kind of a bottom signal yet. But watch the 148.34 level, Doug. I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in. We've got a request out here from a Dan the man, Levitan. And Dan wants to take a look at ex-U.S. Steel out here. So let's pull up the U.S. Steel chart. And on U.S. Steel, the question is looking for an entry on U.S. Steel. Below the daily profile, that would say, hey, this may be targeting the top of the weekly at 12.27, the top of the monthly at 13.52. But we don't know if that's the case now. Let's look at Stevie's other charts here for U.S. Steel. We're looking at the daily time frame. That's what we're going to start off with first. Today is going to be, well, it may be bar number 9 of a TD9 count. It will be bar number 9 of a TD9 count, Dan, as long as price closes below 19.23. And you're at 18.63 today. I don't know where the close will be. But if you do get that and you're looking for an entry point, you will have the TD9 count pattern that can take you into a trade. And that says we really should take a look at a short-term time frame out here. Just see if there's, just like Brent and I did, same exact structure. Let's go see if there's any kind of a short-term time frame signal. Whoa, guess what you have out here, Dan? You've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom, nice bullish engulfing bull sash candle that formed. Wave number 7, that's courtesy of Basil Chapman out there. Price above the oscillator and change line right now dealing with resistance areas. So the resistance areas are between where it's trading right now at 1866 and 1904. And if price can close above 1904, you're looking for a move up to the 2087 area. That's based upon the 30-minute time frame. So the daily has a TD9 count. It has not taken out a resistance level that gives us a change in trend signal on the 30-minute basis, but you do have that nice bottom associated with that. So that is very helpful to you. Let's take a look at now. I don't usually use a 60-minute time frame for U.S. Steel. This is more my futures chart out here, but that's okay. We're just going to use that. A TD9 count bottom here. This is telling us that price is going to go target the 1939 level. That is its TD9 breakout area. So, Dan, you're looking for an entry point on U.S. Steel, and the short-term charts are confirming what you and I are looking at on a daily chart, which is now is the time to go ahead and attack. Put your stop below. Well, so a bottom can form with a TD9 count. It could form tomorrow, too, if there's a lower low. But, and we would have said that to you, if we didn't see the bottoming signals on the short-term time frame. Now, unlike Cardiff Oncology, which has taken out resistance levels again, we haven't seen that yet inside of U.S. Steel. So it makes it a little bit, there's a little bit, a higher risk. There's always a risk involved with any trade that we put on, a higher risk. But still, you've got the signals that you're looking for, and so I say go ahead and fire away on U.S. Steel. Know that your stop should be the average true range is $1.48. Multiply $1.48 times 1.618, and that's how wide your stop should be. Now, you might say, are you kidding me, Steve-O? No, I'm not kidding you. Your stop needs to be greater than the average true range. That's the average true range of the last 10 days. If it's not, then you're saying that you know where price is going to stop on a retracement, and I don't know that. But what I do know is if you use a wide enough stop, you've given your chance the opportunity to succeed in this trade here. And that's what it's really all about. All that having a wider stop does is it reduces your position size. If you don't know what position size is, I'm not talking to Dan, I'm talking to everybody out there. Please learn that. Or go sign up for Mastering Probability. Just go do the money management workshop out there and learn position sizing, because that is what it's all about. So, Dan, best of luck with you on this trade inside of U.S. Steel. We had a request by the HD out here. Oh, you've got a few shares of ABML long and Clovis Oncology. Good. So ABML is what you want to take a look at out here. ABML. So let's get that firing up out here. See what that is. That is ABML. American Battery Metals Corp. Trading out at 356, above the top of the daily, above the top of the weekly, above the top of the monthly chart. This has been some type of rocket ship out here. Well, we've seen some. So the question is, wondering what the stars say about that. Well, let's look at those stars. And the stars say on the daily time frame, no bottom yet. But price might pull back HT about 278. 278 is the oscillator and change line out there. Yeah, it's pulled back, but I've got a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. It's been triggered, but no bearish reversal candle. So the cavalry has not signaled to us that, hey, this is a major top out here. So look at the weekly time frame. Not that it can't be, but just no signal there. On the weekly time frame, on the weekly time frame, we do have a topping signal, HT. This is going to be the bar after bar number 9. Say on a weekly basis, the weekly basis says you could pull back to $1.55. Monthly time frame out here. What do we have on the monthly? Monthly time frame is not giving us any. Oh, I take that back. So on the monthly, you've got a TD9 count top. Now, the beauty of that, HD, is that if price ever closes above the high of this time period this month, of course, there's more days left in the month. But right now, let's use that. If price closes over 490, assuming there's not a higher high in the month of January out here, that would be a very bullish signal. But you don't have that just yet. So just the opposite of what we did with Brent, of what we were doing with Dan out here. I'm going to look at a short-term time frame. Do we have signals of a top out here? Geez. You've got the Rhodes momentum indicator top. That's suggesting lower price on the 30-minute. The 65-minute, you've got the same pattern out there. That's suggesting a pullback to 288 or $1.99. The 130-minute time frame, what do we have out here? We don't have much. The price below the oscillator and change line. So everything is suggesting a further retracement. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So we're going to take a look at Pitney Bowes for Peak D in the Tiger's Den. Pitney Bowes trading out right now at $10.71. Peak, it's above the daily, the weekly, and the monthly profile. The monthly profile is at $9.75. You'd like to see a close above that this month to signal a change in trend. But let's go take a look at Pitney Bowes on the daily on my other charts out here. What do Pitney Bowes? What do they sell? Still just mail equipment out there? Interesting. In any event, we don't have on the daily time frame chart, as we speak right now, we don't have any confirmation of a top. It could be a confirmed A to B equals C to SL, the D point pattern, but today is not a bearish reversal candle. It at least is not a bearish reversal candle yet. Nonetheless, with the pullback out here, it would not be unusual, Peak, to see price pull back and test the oscillator and change line, which is currently in the 871 level. Am I giving you 871 as a target? No, because the line could move up while price is moving sideways or down. It's in that general vicinity. On a weekly time frame chart, we take a look at Pitney Bowes. What do we have out here? We've got price taking out key resistance levels, 909 this week, and perhaps 1241. It's tried to take out 1241, but it's failed at this stage. Both of those were TD9 resistance levels. Look, just closing above 1909, that gives you a change in trend signal. No topping signal at all. You're on wave number 6. That's letter F, potentially B out here. We're going to go with F. On the monthly time frame for Pitney Bowes, what do we have? As we mentioned, it was trading above the top of its profile. But now when we populate the chart, we see that the real level out here that you're looking for, Peak, is not 975, but instead 1117. 1117 is a TD9 breakdown level. So you would love to see it close above that if you are in this trade here come the end of January out there. Now, just for blanks and giggles out here, because we've seen price pull back, we're going to look at a short-term time frame to say, hey, is this giving us signals of a further pullback? Well, you can see the Rhodes Momentum Indicator top out here, but price finding support right now in its bullish structured profile on the 30-minute, 15-minute time frame. So a close below 1065 would signal lower price. 30-minute time frame out here, what do we have? Not much. Yeah, not much. So nothing that's going to assist me there, really. 65-minute, no, I don't have a top. 130, I don't have a top. So it looks really just like a normal type of pullback, Peak. is what it looks like to me at this stage of the game. So I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for being patient. Now, I think I've gotten to all of the requests. No, somebody wanted me to take a look at you, I believe it was. So let me get that populated as well. And whoever wrote in, my recollection, they're looking for support and resistance. So we'll begin by taking a look at support and resistance using our market profiles. This is Unity software. And support, it's only going to be the daily time frame. Only going to be the daily time frame out here because there's not enough data to generate profile levels for the weekly or the monthly. But here's what you know about the daily time frame. Today, price pulled back, tested and rejected both the top and the center of its bearish structured profile. When price breaks above a bearish structured profile and any retracement down, you would typically find support either at the top or at that center level. It's done that. It's moving higher with volume, 2.3 million shares, trading towards a swing point that has only 1.3 million shares, hasn't gotten up there yet. If we take a look at my other time frame charts or my white background charts out here for support or resistance, this is the daily, not enough data out here. There's nothing more that I can give you. If price broke below 137.54, not broke, closed below it, you'd be looking at 100 even Steven. So that is on ticker symbol U, which is Unity software. Hope that helps you out. Now I believe I have taken care of all of the requests out there. And if so, that is a beautiful thing. I don't see anything by emails either. So now let's go take a look at the general markets. Let's get a feel for what's going on here. So during the 1 o'clock update, what I did was I shared with you the new profiles that are attempting to form inside the ES Mini and the NQ. Now, the reason why I use the phrase attempting to form is because that's what they're doing. They're attempting to form. It's because I'm using an advanced warning tool out here. And it's really cool because it tells us when profiles are attempting to form and where those levels are. Now, because it's attempting to form, it can vanish by the end of the day. It could change by the end of the day. But right now, as 1:47 in the afternoon, we're going to use the data that we have. Where are sellers residing as we speak in the ES Mini? Very simply, between 38.37 and 38.62. Where are buyers? Very simple, 37.77. If price closes below 37.77 today and the ES Mini closes above the 50-day exponential moving average, that's giving us a change in trend signal with some caveats. And the caveats are, well, what is the rate of change in the spot volatility index? Because if it's more than 10%, what I'm telling you, what I am suggesting to you, what I am through the bullhorn suggesting to you, do not jump on the short train at the end of the day. If you get a spot volatility index with a one-day rate of change above 10% out there, the odds favor you're going to see some type of rally, counter-trend rally, bouncer bottom, overnight out there. You have to look at the short-term time frame charts to get a feel as you come into the end of the day. But that's it, and I'll show you the chart there so you can get a feel for it. Let's take a look at the NQ, because the NQ is really important. Why is it important, Steve-O? So the NQ, let me get it fired up on my other charts out here. That might help too. So in the NQ, the new profile it's attempting to form is bullish in structure. The bottom, or support, or where buyers are, is at 13,163. The top of the box where sellers are, that's at 13,512. 13,337 can be a support area as well. Price today got down to 13,171. 13,163 is the bottom of that profile. So price was coming back to support inside the NQ. What was going on the short-term time frames out here? Because I was trading this. If you take a look at the 10-minute time frame, well, I've only got the 15-minute, but the 15-minute time frame out here is giving us, the 10-minute had the Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom, as did the 30-minute time frame chart, which formed right out here. Take a look at it. This is at 12:30. So there's now a 30-minute Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom inside the NQ. But I want you to watch the oscillator and change line, because this is really important. This is why this line is so important. This is why I teach this line to subscribers out there. And if you just sign up, you sign up for 30 days or less, doesn't cost you anything, but you'll be able to take advantage of this tool. You see, this tool, this green and red line, it helps you to understand whether you should be long or short. Really helps you understand where a counter trend rally or a counter trend pullback could find support or resistance. In this case here, we're looking at resistance. So you get the bottoming signal here. And where does price run into resistance? Right at that oscillator and change line. Why does it work? Well, I don't know the answer. I just know that it works. There are several tools that I use that I don't know why they work so well. The TAS market profiles are one of them. I don't know why they work so well. I don't need to know why they work so well. I just need to know whether they work or not. And folks, they do. So if the NQ can take out Stevie's red line, this is on a 30-minute time frame, which is currently at 13,308. What do you think it would be signaling? A move higher. Do we have that signal right now? The answer is we do not. We'll be right back.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So the point I was actually trying to make, and I got sidetracked and taking a look at the oscillator and change line just to make sure nobody was trying to jump in on a long trade out here inside the NQ. Not that you can't, because you've got the bottoming signals. It's just the point was, as we began the show, we were taking a look at Clovis Oncology with Brent. You know, we're looking at larger term time frames. In that case there, Clovis Oncology was giving us a nice buy the D point. In the case of the NQ on a daily basis, all that was happening was price was pulling back to a level of support, the bottom of this new profile that may or may not form out there, but right now we use that. And when that's happening, what you want to do is you want to go to your short-term time frame charts. You want to see if you've got some types of bottoming signals. In this case here, you had the TD9 count. This was occurring at 10 o'clock this morning, so you had that. I don't have the 10-minute chart that handy. I don't have it handy at all. But on a 10-minute chart, you would see also Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom out here. But prices run into where it should have stopped at this stage of the game. So it's really not looking that great for the NQ right now. But as long as price holds the bottom of that profile, you don't have any kind of change in trend. So overnight action, assuming that the profile still exists out here, you're going to want to watch this 13,163 level. The spot volatility index. Right now, you've got a one-day rate of change at 21.24%. Let's just come to this chart right here. These blue arrows on this chart, they show you all of the prior one-day rates of change above 10%. And what you typically see, is it 100%? No, I still have not found the 100% signal. But the probability is so high that you see a bouncer bottom in the overnight session. It's the reason why I say, if things look just horrible come the end of the day, don't jump on that short train. Not with a spot volatility index above a one-day rate of change greater than 10%. Go do the work yourself. You'll prove it to yourself, and you'll say, hey, Steve-O, thank you. But what I want you to do is stay tuned for the next 2 hours because they're going to be great. You got your favorite polar bear, David White. He's up next. After that, Obi-Wan Kenobi to take us on home. And I'll be back with you on Thursday. Have a wonderful Wednesday, folks.